James, and welcome to my lesson on Rhythmic Dance by Bela Bartok. This is the 22nd piece from the suggested teaching order of Jane Magrath's Masterpieces with Flair, Book 1. I actually don't agree with how far down this piece is in the suggested teaching order. It is heavily syncopated, and the three phrases are not a symmetrical number of measures. This can make the piece not very intuitive while learning, but the notes are not complicated. There are not very big jumps. The dynamics are not varied. The phrasing is pretty straightforward. I think this is a great piece to learn if you need to learn a piece in a hurry. It's short, relatively simple, but still has an engaging sound that the player and audience can appreciate. So without further ado, let's take a look. Okay, this piece is in D minor. It has B flat. It is in common time, so 4/4, which is the most common time signature for beats per measure, and the quarter note gets a beat. Simple quadruple meter. It is allegro deciso, so a decisive allegro. So very broad, I would say, and deliberate playing, and somewhat quick because of the allegro. And the entire piece is forte, so the whole thing is loud. But just because the whole thing is loud does not mean that we aren't going to vary the dynamics at least a little, just to add some interest. Okay, so this piece is divided into three phrases. It's 2 measures, and then 3 measures, and then 5 measures. So the first 2 measures introduce this motif. I would like to point out it's more about the rhythm than the notes. We have this syncopation: 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Also, there's staccatos and tenutos, so it's like short for staccato, and then the tenuto is long and stressed, and then short. Tenuto, tenuto, so long and stressed, short, short staccatos, tenuto, short. Very important to get all those little details down in those first 2 measures. And then it just expands off of it. Now, this says forte, but since I'm going into another phrase, I want to change the dynamics at least a little. So I'm going to go even louder. So I'm going to say that I was playing mezzo forte. I probably was playing forte, but I'm going to say I was playing mezzo forte. And now I'm going to play even louder. And it's the same motif, just expanded into 3 measures. And again, notice you got the staccato, tenuto, tenuto. So lean on those tenutos, really bring out that syncopation. Okay, and that's the second phrase. Now we're on to the third phrase, which is 5 measures. So it's the longest phrase. And this motif happens like 1 measure each. So you have... Okay, so what I like to do with that repeating motif is I start it not soft, but softer than the rest of the notes, and then crescendo each motif, and I drop back down and repeat. So I'm going to start and get louder and louder, and I'll peak here, and then I'll drop down, and then I'll peak, and then I'll drop down, and then peak, and then drop down, and then peak, and now I'm just going to be loud. And that is really it for me on this piece. It's just make sure you get the motif. Make sure you play and count when you practice this, because your rhythm better be perfect. That is what this piece is about. It is called Rhythmic Dance. So obviously it is what it's about. And that's it for this piece. I hope you enjoy the strong, assertive rhythms. Make sure you take some time playing and counting so that everything is perfectly on the beat. For convenient, engaging, and life-changing piano lessons, please check out my website and schedule a free 30-minute Piano Meister lesson with me. Learn how to navigate the keyboard and play a song in just 1 lesson. Growing through the joy of music.